Okay. I am now streaming again, I think, to both YouTube and Twitch. Okay, and let me see. I'm going to listen to hear how the audio is, to see if there's crackling now. Fine for the moment, yeah. I think, though, in general, it's probably a problem for me to stream to both services, given, it's a good internet connection here, but it's not, I'm hearing like triple echo into my ears. All right, hold on. Oops, the sound is perfect, yeah. Who knows what happened? It's a mystery. Let's see if I can keep going then, make some more videos. If anybody's still there. That way got fine here. Okay, hi YouTube. Okay, let me see here. Let's see if I can keep going. What time is it? This is what I had previously made. So I think I want to look at the pixels. Let me think about this. Okay, I need to test some stuff. So let me see here. Save this, and I'm going to do save as pixels test. Go to the desktop. Let me do all of this. Get rid of this. So what I want to do is make a video about how to access the pixels array of an image in P5. I'm going to happen to use a live image, but the same thing would apply if you used load image. But I want to just sort of test if something works. So, let's see, video.size 320 to 240, and excuse me, whoops, video, and now I want to say console.log video.width. Let's just see something here. Run this. Okay, so the width is technically 640, even though the size of the DOM element. What does it mean? Because now, what if I say video.load pixels? Didn't you see how it was 320 for a second there? Now, let me see video.size. Okay, so that's better. Yeah. So that's where the actual, and if I don't say load pixels, what does that say? Still 320 by 240. Oops. Okay. Now the question is, the other question I have here is video.pixels.length. Now is this even something I can access without saying, so it's 0, right? Because I haven't said load pixels. I'm just figuring stuff out before I make the actual video lesson, make sure this stuff works. Okay, now, 12 million, 1,228,800. Now, I believe that is 320 times 240. No! So the pixel array is still 640 by 480, even though I changed the size. So that's not supposed to do that. So let me see, let me look here in my libraries folder. I have March 3rd, 2016, and I have March 4th. Why are these showing up as double, by the way? Let me restart P5. How's the audio, everybody? Still working? No crackling? Okay. So let me go back to open recent pixels test. I swear. So what I want to look at here, all right, these should match. They don't match. I want them to match. You know, I can do this without, I can get around this, but so let me see here. How can I sort this out? So let me just make sure this isn't something that was recently fixed. March 4th, that's pretty recent. Let me go to P5 CDN. And version, let's grab 0.4.23. That's from March 4th. So that's the most recent. What am I? Oh, no, that is the same thing. That's the same version. So that's no good. Let's look at, let's see if I can fix this myself. So let's look. First, I want to look at GitHub. So let me just talk about what I'm doing right now. So what I would like P5 to do, and I believe it's supposed to, is that when I change the DOM element's size, that I also change the size of the actual pixels. Meaning the image that I'm going to read through and look at the pixels matches the size of that DOM element, because a lot of times it's very convenient to work with lower resolution images. Now I could do something custom, and I could, you know, copy and lower the resolution myself in some manual way, but I feel like P5 should do that. Should do that behind the scenes. And I know it's like a tricky thing, and there have been a bunch of GitHub issue discussions about it. So I'm just going to look really quickly at the GitHub repository. See if we find something. I'm going to go into issues. I'm going to search for size, create, capture, pixels. So issues. So capture size and load pixels. See? Open by Shiftman. So let's read this. Right? Examine the pixels of that lower resolution. Okay. So this, right? This is what this is part of the DOM library. I had a discussion that this has to be fixed by actually changing the secret canvas behind the scenes. And P5 there's another issue. Let's see if this one is also closed. And this one was closed apparently with this particular commit. This is a little behind the scenes of how open source works. I'm trying to follow the discussion here. So clearly this issue was reported and it was changed, and there was even a pull request or something, which that probably is. So let's look at this issue. Right? Look, I'm not sure how this happened, but it happened again. This seems, it should be this. And then Lauren made another. Then I even made a commit that fixed this and it got closed. Whoa, so why is this we keep getting lost here? So, and oh, this is the pull request that I did that must have fixed this. And I actually even have a test. So let's go look in the P5 DOM library, because that's where this is. And let's look at least, this is, oh yeah, even if you just do size, well, I am doing load pixels, so let's look at that. Ooh. Okay, hold on. I don't know if this interests anybody. I'm going to go back here. So I just want to look for this. P5 DOM, line about 1513, and you can see that the canvas's size is supposed to not get it from this, but get it from this. So let me look at that. Let's look for a line. So I'm actually just going into the P5 DOM library directly to futz with it. I'm going to go, font size is too big. So let's look for this.canvas. Here it is, load pixels. Okay, so in the library itself, what happens is if you, the user, called load pixels, canvas is the thing that actually has the pixels behind the scenes. So if the canvas is not made, create canvas, then if the width is not the same size, okay, so first you have to make sure it was loaded, then make the width. So let's see what's happening. Is this getting triggered? So let me at least just add a console.log, hey, to see if this is happening. And I'm going to get rid of this. And let's make this a little bigger. So we can see, is that part of the DOM library? Yes. That part of the DOM library is happening, but only once. So when it happens, what is, let's look at like this dot width. 640 should not be 640, right? I want that to be 320. So what is 320? This .elt.video width. Shouldn't that be 320? How's that 640 if I change the size? So when I call size, it changes the size of something. It changes offset width. Look at this. If it's a canvas element, set attribute width, style.width, ELT.width height, offset width. I think it's offset width is the variable that I need, not client width. So let's look at that. This.canvas. It should be, okay, let's just look at offset width, right? Is that the thing that's 320? Ah, really? Hold on. Let's look at this over and over again. Is it just like 6? Oh, it happens so fast. And it's 640. It gets to be 320 later. Let's see, video.width. 320 even. Okay, hold on. Are people still listening to me or watching this? I'm trying to debug something. Okay, so this is not the right time. This is getting triggered immediately. Like loaded metadata is ready before and the size has changed. So this is not being created at the right time. So what's the like, so for example, oh, if this.canvas width does not equal this.elt video width. Okay, that's strange. So hold on a second. Okay, so is this happening over and over again? Let's look at this. Oh, why is this happening just once? Load pixels should be happening over and over again, right? So if I put this here, I don't have like no loop or something. Load pixels is happening over and over again. Right? Shouldn't this be appearing over and over again? Ah, there we go. I don't know what was going on. It wasn't updating. I wasn't hitting save. Okay, so that seems to always be 640. Offset width. Let's try that. 640. What's 320? Something's got to be 320. Well, this clearly isn't. Oh, look at that. It was 320 for a while at the beginning. 640, 640, 320, 320. What's changing? What's causing it to change back? Okay. Let's comment all of this out for a second. I don't want to make a, and just run this. Okay, so that ELT.offset width. ELT.width. Whoa, video width. Why is it going back to 640? There's some weird, and by the way, I'm standing in front of it so you can't see it while I'm doing this. I'm the worst. Something weird is happening. Let's look in the chat. I'm going to lose all viewers trying to debug this. Okay. So let's go to the size function. So if, okay. Let's go to, hold on. Sorry, this.canvas. So I want to take this logging out. So I've disabled load pixels, and I want to go to the size function. And let's take a look at this. And OK, so one thing I want to say is just W is coming in, right? What do you mean 640? That's not possible. Let me run this again. OK, hold on. Right? I'm clearly calling size 320,240. So right here, 320,240 should get passed into the P5 size function. 320. OK, I don't know. There's some sometimes there's like a caching thing. OK, that's what I expect to see. Now, coming down here, there are arguments. So where is that W going? It's going into AW, and if it's auto, it's doing some kind of like aspect ratio thing, which we can skip. If the element is a canvas element, which it's not, it does all this stuff. Otherwise, here we go. So we should be in here. Right? I should see another 320 down here. 320, 320. OK, good. So now, ELT.style.width is being set to that. ELT.width is being set to that. And width is being set to that. And then after that, this offset width. So what is offset width? Oh, hold on. 320. That's good. That's what it should be. So this gets called once. And then in draw, if I say, let's comment out, right? If I say console.log video.elt, let's just do this, size.width. So this should be the thing, size returns, size is the P5 function that returns width and height. I'm seeing 320 over and over again. OK, so that's right. And if I say console.log video.elt offset width 320 continuously. OK, so that's promising. So why, if I say in load pixels, where's load pixels? Offset width. Load pixels. This should be the same exact thing. OK, hold on. Oh, I commented out load pixels. Let's put load pixels back in. Okay. Interestingly enough, OK, seems to be giving me the right value now. Did not expect to be doing this. I don't know. OK, so now that seems to be right now. OK, so all of this stuff, I should be drawing the image. So let's see. OK, so this should come back and just make a canvas with a drawing context. That shouldn't affect anything. Fine, everything's still 320. Now, what if I put this in here, which actually draws it? So this should be offset. OK, so hold on. Let's look at some stuff. Now, I want to look at, I'm going to make this bigger for a second. I want to look at, let me make the font smaller. Ooh, whoops. Oh, come on. Seriously? This.canvas. OK. I want to look at also this.canvas.width. OK, so let's do that. Oops. Right, OK. All right. Hold on. I screwed everything up now. What did I? Okay, 320, 320. So what is this.canvas.width? There's a 640 in there now, right? As there should be. So, and what is video? Oh, this.elt.video width? That's also 640. So this, if it does not equal this.elt offset width, then it should equal the offset width. Ah. And where's the 640 still? I have too many things printing. Let's hold on a sec. Sketch, let's comment out this. What else is console logging still? Only that, right? There's something else, console logging. Urgh. This console, by the way, I shouldn't be using. See, I need to be using this. To really debug this, I need to go into Chrome. I shouldn't be using the editor. Sorry, I was going to do something, and now I'm just live broadcasting my total nonsense. Hold on, just seeing if anybody is telling me anything. I'm trying to debug a problem. Okay, I need to not be in the P5 editor anymore, because that's really a stumbling block here. So let me open up Sublime. So one thing I'm going to do, which is going to really be helpful to me, is to open up this particular thing that I'm trying to figure out under Pixels Test, and work with this in Sublime and run it in Chrome. So one thing I want to do is run a local server. So I'm going to run a simple local server using Python, and I'm going to say allow. Oh, this is not the right example, I guess. Oh, yes, it is. And then I'm going to open up yeah, okay, great. So now I'm actually able to debug this more appropriately. So I can look at this thing and see that it has a width and height of 320. It has a canvas. Canvas's height is 320. So what about the pixels? Where are the pixels? I won't worry. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that right now. Oh, here they are. Pixels. Oh, I'm an idiot. I think it is working all along. I think. Wait a second. Because I was looking at the length of the pixel array, which is actually 4 times the... I forgot something kind of fundamental. Okay, hold on, everybody. Is anybody actually... Hopefully nobody's watching this. Oh my God, I think something really insane just happened. Okay, hold on. Ah! Looking at myself. Okay, everything's going to be fine, everybody. Hold on. P5 DOM. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go to... Here we are. P5 DOM. Let me get good old-fashioned P5 DOM. I'm going to revert P5 DOM back to what it was, taking away all of my weird things that I just tried to debug. I'm going to look at the code itself in Sublime, and I'm going to come back to this page. I'm going to open the editor, the console. Okay, so hold on, everybody. I can't believe I just did what I did. This is awful. I tried to debug something that was totally 100% working the whole time, which is why but hold on. Here we go. I can't imagine anybody's actually watching this. Oh my God. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm very excited. Let's see. Okay, I even forgot what I'm doing here. Okay, so hold on a second, everyone. This is running now. Oh, and I'm going to not call load pixels for a second. Okay? I'm going to run this. Now I'm going to look at video.size. We can see it's 320 by 240. Now I'm going to say video.pixels.length. And it has no length because I haven't called load pixels. So I can say video.load pixels. Boy, I should have been doing this all along. Now I've loaded the pixels. Now, why is it saying width 640 by 480? It should not be saying that. But let's just do this for a second. That's 320. That's 640. So that's a little bit weird. Maybe that's okay. What if I just say video.width? That's 640, but that's sort of a value I'm not supposed to use. But I can now at least look at video.pixels.length. Now this number, I thought in my head, because apparently I programmed in processing for like a bazillion years, if the image is 320 by 240, the funny thing is, this is the whole video, the point of making this video. If the image is 320 by 240, there should be 320 times 240 pixels. Now maybe you can't see this. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And that number is 76,800. Not that number, but in P5.js, the array itself has 4 elements. There are 4 elements of the array, in the array, for every single pixel. Because the array is, there's not, unlike in processing where there's a single integer, which is the entire color, the pixel array in P5, which is how Canvas works, has a red value, a green value, a blue value, an alpha value. So the length should not be 320 by 240, but it should be that times 4, which is that value. So we still have the wrong number. Okay, so there still is a problem. Right, yeah, so it's still, okay, so the problem still exists. Okay, so there still is a problem. We really got to figure this out. Okay, so, but now I'm going to be able to debug this much more easily now that I'm in Chrome. I mean, in just Sublime and using Chrome. So I want to look for this.canvas. So this is the original code here, and I'm going to make this a little bit wider and a little bit smaller because there's a lot of code here. And I'm going to look for, well, right back to where I started. And I think the issue is that this should really be offset with, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So because let's look at video.elt.offset with is 320. But video width is 640 for some reason. And that means video.pixels.length. I have to say video.load pixels. And then I got a different number. 409,000 by 409,600. 320 by 240 times 4. That's a weird number I got there. That's what I think it should be, but that's not 640 by 480 times 4. That is weird. Does anybody see what I'm missing here? Let's see, video.canvas. Oh, 320, 320. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at that. Offset height. There we go. That was a mistake. Whoops, why am I saying clear? Refresh. Video.elt.offset with 320. Now video.load pixels. There. Video.pixels.length. Whoops. 307,200, which I suggest to you is 320 times 240 times 4. Aha! Fixed it. Okay. Yeah, debugging P5 live. So I don't understand. This is crazy that there was a GitHub issue, And it just keeps getting changed back and back and back and back. Let's look at this again. Look at this. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to read this issue with you guys. Okay. So refresh this page. Refresh. I guess it's too big. Too small. Okay. So this is exactly the problem that I'm talking about. I want to open a capture with create capture video. I want to lower its resolution with size, and then I want to look at the pixels at that lower resolution. Then down here, you notice that it was this, and it should be this, and then it got fixed. Maybe this is not the, and then this is not the issue I'm talking about. Go back. It's yeah, hold on. This issue, and let's go look at this one. Oh yeah, no, this one. So now we fix this, and this should be this, but it shouldn't be that. It should be add and reverted change and load pixels. So these are the commits that have been made. Whoops, sorry, hold on. Let me look at this commit. Right? This happened at some point. Look, it got changed. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is exactly what I'm doing. This said video width, video height. It should not be that. I don't know, this commit changed it to just plain old width and height. So this happened in P5. And then here, there was another commit which changes it in another place. But this is, okay. So why did this get changed back? Because I'm looking right now, let's go to the P5.js, let's go to lib, add-ons, the most current DOM library, and I'm going to look through this, and I'm going to go find this part. Look, right there. Somewhere it got changed back to video width, video height. Why? So we need to look at the history of this file. We must solve this. This is a mystery. This is like Agatha Christie open source, right? Because it changed. There's a commit. There's an issue. It was discussed. It got changed to width, height. Incidentally, it's got changed to this, not offset width. Let's just see if that still works. Let's just see if that still works. I'm going to go back to my, right, let's just do load pixels, pixels.length. Yep, see, that's the right number. So that's the right code. That's what the code should be in the P5 DOM library. But if I go back to this now, let's look at the history. Where do I find that here? History. Fix to capture. That's suspicious. Let's see if we can find my commit from a while ago. Ooh, there's a lot of things that happened. So hold on. Let's be a little bit more methodical here. This is the commit that I'm referring to. Oh, this was done by Lauren McCarthy on January 15th. So it's that commit. Okay, I'm going back to the history. The camera just went off. I'm going to turn it back on. Okay, so now we look at January 15th. There it is, adding in reverted change, right? Right here. There it is. That's the code in the DOM library. Now, where could this have changed? Ooh, no, okay, that's something that I did February 4th, which is similar, but you can still see it's, I know that's, you can still see it's the right code there. Where? Fix to capture? Suspicious. No. Don't know what this is doing. This is for the loaded. This is suspicious, but doesn't actually change that code. Let's look at the file at some of these let you look at, I don't know which link, browse the repository at this point in history. Okay, so let me just look here. So, right, you can see it's wrong here. Okay, so let me go back a little further. Let's look at it here. It's wrong here. You know, where was the January 15th thing? Like right here, right? It's right there. Where did it change? Wait, which one did I look at? I looked at this one. P5 DOM. Let's look at this. Ah, shoot. I clicked the wrong link. It's right there. I'm going to find it. Merge, branch, merge. Could something have just gotten like messed up? Whoops. Ah, where am I? Still right there. Okay, hold on. Let's try to find add speed method, add reference, fix for. Oh yeah. Let's look at this. Yep, look, it's back. It's back to the wrong code there. Was this actually the commit that changes it? Oh yeah, look. It got changed back. Why? Why? On March 3rd. Okay, so I'm losing my mind here. So I found the commit. This commit changes it back to code that breaks the other thing. So I don't know why. I could shoot a tutorial and make this work. Look, I think I'm getting like a bald spot. I think just from this like particular issue, I got like I'm starting to lose some hair. Am I still like broadcasting this live? Okay, yeah, so we found it. Now, I don't know. Let's look at this commit. Turns out an earlier fix for this was lost somehow. Let's read how can I read the full, I want to read the full conversation. So how do this is like, closes 1274. So this was done for what reason? Get load pixels with capture. Okay, I'm running into a problem with get with the webcam. Looks like the size is 0. Explicitly calling size to be a workaround. Google Chrome gives me this. So this particular, there's something that's going back and forth. There's this issue that needs it to be one way, and there's some other issue that needs it to be another way. If only Lauren McCarthy would just appear walking through the door, I would know exactly what to do. Lauren, where are you? I don't know if this is even streaming. So I need to at least just post a comment. Right? This is a workaround. It's a good workaround. So I don't know, okay, so I can obviously change this in my particular example to just have it do something different to show, now it's like 4:10, I don't even have time to make this tutorial anymore. But what I'm going to do, okay, you guys with me? I don't know if there's 6 people supposedly watching this on Twitch. And there's 13 people supposedly watching this on YouTube. I don't know if people are tweeting at me. Yeah, some people are, yeah. Okay, so I don't think I can fix this right now because I don't know what it should be. But I could write a thoughtful GitHub issue. You know what? I'm gonna hit record for a second. Because I want to like save this as a chunk, and I'm going to make a little video that I can save as a chunk that I could post or at least send to Lauren or whoever needs to figure this out. So let me try to like make a video that's going to recap this whole particular issue. Okay, so. And I'm going to put this back to how it was. And I'm going to make this smaller so you can see it. I'm going to go to GitHub. And I'm going to have the issues open. So there's this particular issue. And there is this. Okay, hold on. There's this commit, which is from 26 days ago. That puts it this way. And then there is this commit from January 15th, which puts it this way. And it is this issue that asks for it to be one way. And I need one more issue to get to. I'm going to make the definitive. I'm going to go find my other issue, which is I find capture size load pixels, which under issues I believe was, is it this one? Which it's actually, I apologize, it's this one. Okay, right? Okay. Okay, so now we're ready. We have both issues. This issue asks for the DOM library to be a certain way. This issue asks for the DOM library to be another way. We can see this commit, which happened on one date. We can see this commit, which happened on another date. And we need to know which way should it be, how do we solve this? So this is, I'm gonna hit record and make a video which is asking an open question, and then I'm gonna live post a GitHub issue or reopen one of the threads, I'm not sure which, and try to figure this out. So I'm gonna refresh this, and I wanna get rid of all the console, what's printing out? 1428. Whoops. Hold on, 1420. I don't know why there's some console logs happening that are astray in there. Should take those out. This was me who did this. Apologies. That's weird, actually. Actually, let me go. That's fine. 1458. These are just some console logs which were in there, which don't need to be in there. Okay. Okay, so let me check, see if anybody has saying anything here. Hello, how are you? Is the Twitch stream still going? Is anybody on Twitch still? I don't even see anything on Twitch. Let me refresh this. I think I lost this page. I shouldn't be offline on Twitch. Oh yeah, I'm still there. I just lost the chat on Twitch. So if people were chatting on Twitch, I kind of like lost it by accident. I don't know how. But supposedly I'm there. Okay, I'm going to make a video here. And then I'm going to go. It's 4:20. Let me cycle the camera. I ate a very small lunch today, which I'm now feeling the effects of. I heard a birdie, a little birdie spoke from somewhere saying about making food, which is so at the School for Poetic Computation, you never know when suddenly just like food appears, which is very exciting. Okay, this video I'm making for Lauren, everybody to watch, but Lauren McCarthy, I would like her to watch it, or but I'll write a comment. Okay, so here we go. Hello, this is probably one of the strangest videos I've ever made. I haven't actually made it yet, but I see into the future. But I found a strange bug issue in P5.js, and I just don't know what to do about it at all. So I'm kind of filing a GitHub video issue. I will type an actual GitHub issue, but this might be useful for some of you wondering about open source, how it works, where things are, and there's probably a lot of stuff I'm going to gloss over here, but maybe you'll find this useful to watch, maybe you won't. But let me give you some background here. I was making a simple P5.js sketch. I'm doing this in Sublime with the Chrome browser. All this sketch is doing is creating a video element, and what I wanted to do was look at the pixels of this video. But the video by default is you'll see in a second, is if I rerun this, it's coming in from my web camera at 640 by 480. But I want to shrink it down, and I want those pixels to be shrunk down. So I call the p5 size function, and once I call the p5 size function, it shrinks the video, and the pixels should also shrink. So let me show you what I mean. In the Chrome console here, I can say video.loadPixels. This is a function that would then make the pixels available of that video. Now, so I've loaded the pixels. Now, if I were to look at the pixel array where all the pixels are, you'd think I would have an array that has this many spots in it. For every single color, there are 4 spots in the array: red, green, blue, alpha. The width of the video image now is 320. The height is 240. So the total number of pixels should be 320 times 240 times 4, which is this particular number, 307,200. However, if I say video.pixels.length, I get this weird number. Whoa, that's not what should have happened. Hold on a second here. Everybody just relax. And by everybody, I mean me. I think I might have messed something up. So I just need to very quickly make sure I'm using the actual... oh, this video is ruined. Skip ahead. I'm gonna make sure I'm getting the most recent. I was futzing with the DOM library, and I probably made it do something it shouldn't have done. So I'm going to go and paste this in there. Then I am going to refresh this. And I'm going to do the same exact thing. Video.pixels.length. You can see that's, of course, 0 because I haven't called load pixels yet. Once I do that, yes. OK, so I had already futzed with the DOM library in trying to debug this. But now I'm using the actual current state of the DOM library. Look at that particular number, right? Remember, we said it should be 320 times 240 times 4, which is that number. What is that number? That number is 640 by 480 times 4. Because even though I've resized the video, the pixels are still at the original resolution, which is not what I want the P5 library to do. Why is this happening? So what I can do is actually go in. Now, this is actually the P5 DOM library. It's a ton of code. We could be here for like the next 4 hours going through all of it. I happen to know that buried deep in this code is a place where when I call load pixels, this thing happens where it makes a behind the scenes canvas, and the canvas is made with the video width and the video height. I want that canvas to be made 320 by 240. Now, a long time ago, I don't know when, I can look it up here, I actually posted a GitHub issue. So now I'm on GitHub, I'm in the P5.js repository on GitHub, and there was a particular issue I posted called P5 Media Element Size. And this is, I'm writing a description. Lauren McCarthy and I just talked about blah, 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 blah. And I noticed that there's a problem where the canvas is being set to video width and video height where it actually should get the DOM elements width and height. And this somehow like fixes this problem. And in fact, we could say, oh, thanks for catching this, Lauren. There was something tricky with this. Lauren made a commit that changes it. We can actually look at this commit right here. Whoops, sorry, right here. And I can pinpoint. This is the commit. It used to be video width, video height. And that got changed to width and height. So let's go and make that change in the actual code. I'm going to go here, right? I could just check that. I'm going to change that to width, change this to width, change this to height. And I'm going to run my sketch again. We can see, what if I call now video.loadPixels? OK, I called that. And now I say, what's that number? What's that number? It worked. So that fixed it. That line of code for this particular thing that I'm trying to do should be width and height, not video width and video height, which are still 640 by 480 because they're referring to the original video width and video height. Now, strangely enough, that commit, if I go back to the browser, right? That commit happened on January 15th. What's today's date? March something? Boy, that was March 29th. I have no idea what the date is on my watch here. It's March 29th, Tuesday, March 29th. So I did some investigation, and I went through, and strangely enough, I found another commit. Look at this. This commit is 26 days ago, early in March, where this got changed back, also by Lauren McCarthy. Well, why did this happen? So this is closing issue 1274. Here's 1274. Somebody else, Keith O'Hara, posted an issue. They were running into problems using get, blah, blah, blah. So for some reason, that change caused another problem, and it got reverted, forgetting that that would cause some other problem. So we're in this like horrible circular problem. So what do we do now? I don't know the right answer, but I spent at least 2 hours today. Not 2 hours. I spent a lot of time because looking through, digging through, trying to pinpoint the exact commits where this has happened. So I think live on air, live from the School for Poetic Computation. This sounds very grandiose. It's not grandiose. I'm just like a person typing at a computer. But I would like to contribute to this discussion and see if we can figure this out. So I don't know. There's a couple options here. I could reopen this issue. That might make the most sense. This was the original place where I was discussing this, and this is where I'm showing this exact change needs to happen. So this might make the most sense. I could just comment on this particular commit. There's a place here I could comment on the commit. I could also like reopen this issue and say, hey, I think this caused a problem with another issue. I don't know where the right place is. And by the way, this is something that happens when you're like trying to file GitHub issues. You always feel like you're doing it wrong and someone's going to yell at you. And that does actually happen because people sometimes they just aren't thinking, and maybe typing tone is lost, or sometimes people are just like not nice actually. But I want to say to you that P5JS is a place where anybody in the world can post a GitHub issue and there's no way to do it wrong. So post away. And if someone tells you did it wrong, come and find me because there's no way that was possible. But it's a welcoming place that anyone should be able to try to participate in this open source stuff. So I'm also not entirely sure the best way to do this. But I'm gonna just try reopening this particular issue. So one thing I'm gonna do here is type into this box here, and you guys can type with me or not type with me. I'm gonna think, okay, this particular fix was changed back due to issue. So now I need to refer to this particular issue, which is number 1274. 1274, you can see how this commit, which was this one, which has this commit. One thing you can always do is like, see these like crazy numbers that GitHub makes? These are like hash numbers. It's like a unique identifier for that particular change. So I can copy that and I can put that into my comment. This changes, and if I do a single tick, by the way, that makes it like code formatted, changes this dot width. So hold on. This is this dot ELT dot width back to this dot ELT dot video width. We seem to be in an endless cycle of changing this code back and forth. How do we best resolve both of these issues? So I think I am making a video about this exact issue, and when I upload that video, I will post a link here. What else would be helpful in this GitHub issue? So just to be clear again, the code that makes this issue that resolves this issue is, so one thing you can do if you're going to add code into a GitHub issue is you can do 3 ticks, and then if you want its syntax highlighted, you can write the language there, JavaScript, and I need to grab, this makes this work. The code that resolves the other issue was 1274. 1274 is, and then I can go, and it looks like this. How can we resolve both? What code would resolve both? OK. So I think now one thing I can do is I can hit preview, and you can see here, and I can reread this. Make it a little bigger. This particular fix was changed back due to issue 1274 and no longer works. Maybe I should say you can see how this commit, how the commit, let me fix this. This particular fix was reverted, and the pixels array length does not match the specified size anymore. You can see how the commit, this changes this.elt.width back to this.elt.videowidth. We seem to be in an endless cycle, changes code back and forth. How do we best resolve both of these issues? I'm making a video about this question. And when I upload that video, I'll post a link here. Just to be clear, code resolves this issue, the code that resulted in this. What code will resolve both? All right, I think that's good enough. I'm going to hit reopen and comment and see. No, I'm afraid someone's going to yell at me, but no, of course, no one's going to yell at me because the whole world should be a welcoming place. But sometimes on GitHub, it can feel a little intimidating or confusing. I want to say again, P5JS is an open community that welcomes everybody, whatever your level or knowledge is. There is no way to post a GitHub issue incorrectly. And so we should just give it a try, and somebody will tell me if there's a better way I could have done it or something like that. I'm going to press this button. And this concludes this particular video. I'm just going to check, by the way, because I have a live chat going. This is a recording, and see if anybody has any comments. Yep, OK, nobody has any comments, so I'm going to hit stop. And this concludes this video. We'll see if this follow-up, we'll follow up in the comments, in the threads, in the description if this issue gets resolved. OK. OK, live viewers. I'm going to be finished. I'm going to finish for the day. Thank you. Thank you, Twitch. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, The Joking, who called me Homie with the Beard, which is an interesting way to refer to me. I don't think I've ever been referred to as Homie with the Beard. This was a very strange day of broadcasting and recording. I'm going to save the videos I made today, upload them, and hopefully we'll be back here tomorrow to make a few more videos, futz with the lighting some more. But I'm going to end this stream now. I'm going to check the chat to see if there's any more questions. Yeah. Han Kruger writes, I never thought I would have enjoyed watching someone comment on a GitHub issue live via YouTube. And that, to me, is perhaps the comment that makes me incredibly happy. So I'm going to thank you for that comment. I'm going to end this now. I have to actually get going, and I want to make sure I deal with all the video files and stuff. So I will be back. Let's follow up in the comments once I upload this video, and we'll see you all some other time. Bye.